One of the themes that I'm reading about in the trade journals and at the trade shows is that the small and independent distillers are saying that they love their spirit and they give it a lot of TLC, and they care about their spirit much more than the big bad boys who only care about the money and marketing their product. And to me, that just doesn't seem right, because a lot of the spirit from the, from Diageo and the other guys is equally good, even better than the smaller distilleries. So what do you think when you hear about that stuff?
I'm very flattered as an ex-employee of Diageo that you liked our stuff, Barry. That's just great. Yeah, well, let's imagine that you and I were going to start up a little distillery on our own. So there it is, up and running. We need to do some promotion now. How are we going to sell our whiskey in a crowded marketplace, chap? What have we got to say about it? Well, if it's new, we haven't got very much to say, because we have no track record, no experience. So what should we do? Well, let's say we care more than other people do. You'd do that in a minute, wouldn't you? Doesn't necessarily mean it's true just because you say it.
They're telling a story, I think.
What? Say again?
They're telling a story. That,
well, if you have no material to work with, then you've got to go and find material elsewhere. This whiskey from Pernod Ricard can't be as good as this whiskey made in this cave in Argyllshire by this crazy Scottish person and his mother. Can it? People forget how the business got to where it is now. Scotch whisky got so famous because the industry got its act together and started combining and make big entities with big control mechanisms that make control of the flavour of the spirits that they make easier and more consistent. I worked for a big corporation. Last distillery I worked at was one of the smallest they have. They said to me when I went there, "Don't run it too fast, Mike." I'm saying, what? Big corporation? If I was running a big corporation, I'd want all my distilleries to be running flat out all the time, so I could make lots of money. They said, well, if you run it flat out, Mike, it'll change the flavour profile, and that is no good, so take your time. In fact, have a day off. I said, what? They said, yes, you run your stills from Sunday to Wednesday, but they're getting a bit tired after that, and the conversation between the copper and the spirit vapour slows down. So stop. Open the doors of the still, let it have a rest, refresh, and then start distilling a day later. And then the conversation between the copper and the spirit vapour is the same, so the whiskey flavour is unchanged all week. So don't tell me that corporations don't care. They're prepared to run a distillery efficiently, to have the flavour that distillery wants. Isn't that good? Do you think little guys would do that? I don't know.